Enable it in your browser or download Flash Player here. Sorry, you need Flash to play this. President Donald Trump has described the gunman who killed 59 people in Las Vegas on Sunday evening as a sick man, a demented man. Speaking at the White House, he said he would look at gun laws as time goes by, but he did not elaborate. Police are still trying to find out why Stephen Paddock, 64, opened fire on an open-air concert from the 32nd floor of the nearby Mandalay Bay Hotel. Police found 23 guns in his hotel room and more weapons at his home. As yet, no clear reason for the killing has emerged, and investigators have found no link to international terrorism. Some investigators have suggested Paddock had a history of mental illness. Speaking to reporters as he was about to board the presidential helicopter, Mr. Trump said Paddock was a sick man, a demented man. Lot of problems, I guess, and we're looking into him very, very seriously. When asked, Mr. Trump declined to call the attack domestic terrorism. On the issue of gun control, the president said, "We'll be talking about gun laws as time goes by." Mr. Trump, whose position on gun control has changed over the years, gave no further detail. What do we know of the gunman? Stephen Paddock, a former accountant with a big gambling habit, lived in a community of senior citizens in the small town of Mesquite, northeast of Las Vegas. He reportedly lived with a woman called Mary Lou Danley, who was out of the country in Japan and did not appear to be involved in the shootings, police said. Las Vegas Sheriff Joseph Lombardo said that when police officers had searched the property after the attack, they found 19 additional firearms, some explosives and several thousand rounds of ammo, along with some electronic devices we're evaluating at this point. Officers also found ammonium nitrate in Paddock's car. David Famiglietti of the New Frontier Armory told the BBC that Paddock had purchased firearms at his store in North Las Vegas in the spring of this year, meeting all state and federal requirements, including an FBI background check. However, the shotgun and rifle Paddock bought would not have been capable of what we've seen and heard in the video without modification, Mr. Famiglietti said. The fast shooting rate audible in recordings of Sunday night's attack indicates that Paddock may have modified his guns with legal accessories to make them fire at speeds approaching those of automatic weapons. Despite the large cache of weapons found in the killer's home, his brother, Eric, is struggling to accept that he acted in this way. He said he was in shock, horrified, completely dumbfounded. IS has claimed to be behind the attack, saying Paddock had converted to Islam some months ago. But the group provided no evidence for this and has made unsubstantiated claims in the past. Enable it in your browser or download Flash Player here. Sorry, you need Flash to play this. The IS claim of responsibility for the Las Vegas attack is very unusual in that the perpetrator's profile does not fit that of supporters or soldiers that the group has claimed in the past, writes Mina Al-Lami, who monitors jihadist groups for the BBC. The FBI said it had found no connection to an international terrorist organization. How did the attack unfold? The final shows of the three-day Route 91 Country Music Festival were in full swing when the gunman struck. According to police, Paddock had booked into the hotel 4 days earlier, on 28th of September, reportedly using some of Ms. Danley's identity documents. Enable it in your browser or download Flash Player here. Sorry, you need Flash to play this. Thousands were enjoying a performance by top-billing singer Jason Aldean when the first of several bursts of automatic gunfire rang out, starting at 22:08 local time, 5:08 GMT on Monday. Hundreds of shots were fired over at least 10 minutes. Concert-goers scrambled for cover, flattening themselves against the ground, rushing for the exits or helping others to escape as Paddock sprayed the site from his high vantage point. It is thought he moved between two windows in his suite as he carried out the attack. Who are the victims? The authorities have yet to confirm the identities of any of those killed, but many have been identified by family members and in local media. They include a 29-year-old nurse who was shot in the back while he tried to save his wife, a Navy veteran who had just returned from a tour of Afghanistan, and an off-duty police officer who also coached youth football. What gun laws does Nevada have? Nevada has some of the least stringent gun laws in the United States. People are allowed to carry weapons and do not have to register themselves as gun owners. Background checks are done when people buy guns, but they are also allowed to sell them privately. Enable it in your browser or download Flash Player here. Sorry, you need Flash to play this. Former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, W.